you don't have to be funny with punchlines and stuff. You can be funny with situations. You can be funny with the ideas that you bring in.
A Sankarshan Joshi trip.
Me doing this podcast, let's say I'm talking, and halfway through I start like baba da da da. Like if I start like mumbling and I start shitting, my ability to come back, like my ability to take a left turn and then like make that like make something good out of that. Let's say Avinash doing an improv, he does something bullshit, or if he starts blabbering something, he'll turn that into something else. Like he will cover his shit up, like by saying something
Yeah.
else or by acknowledging that and making that a funny part.
Yeah. That's true.
So like, do you think that you need to have that ability for like in order to be like a stand-up comedian or an improv comedian, like you need to have that
Of
in you?
course, you need to have, because like at least in improv, even stand up, you get hectic. It's not 100% of times that you and your partner are on the same page, right? You are figuring out what page you are on together. Sometimes it will take time. And sometimes if you feel, sometimes you have to let go and be like, okay, I'll follow him. And when you're following him, your entire perception of the scene changes and you're following that scene suddenly. To say you're like, say you're playing right-handed batsman, and you're playing right-handed, and suddenly they're like, you can only play left hand now. You've taken like the big extra wicket, so you have to play left-handed now. It's like that. Suddenly you're left-handed, you don't know what to do. Your right hand is on top, you don't know how to play. It's like that, and you have to adjust and you have to like learn to reverse sweep. That's that's like how it is in improv when you are switching situations and like suddenly you're put into such situations. Yeah, we do practice and stuff. That's what we practice. Is sync is what is important in improv.
True. I think that's the most like crucial part about doing improv comedy is when, like you said, right? I can just imagine myself like being there, where you have one narrative that you want to go, and then if your other like improv teammate takes
Mhm.
it in another direction, you
Mhm.
need to like you shouldn't be like egoistic, and you shouldn't be that I want to go this my way. You need to think about how is this bit coming out as a whole to the audience. So you need to be
Right.
able to prioritize if which is on the go. Like you shouldn't overlap his bit, or you shouldn't like it's like doing like podcast in a way, like that part where you need to know like which part to let it free, and then when that part hits a plateau, you need to be able to like take a left turn from there. It's like you need to be in a very cohesive holistic environment as a team. So what other parts do you think is like crucial to do improv comedy, like from your experience? What are the like the key points?
Um, Understanding of each other. You need to know what what is comfortable, what is not comfortable. Sometimes doing uncomfortable shit is funny. Uh, Sometimes it's okay also, but like most of the times it's not. You just you don't go into scenes that like the other person doesn't like, or like the memories with it and stuff like that. You tend to not go into those scenes because it's not fair. It's not fair. First, even if it say I do that and it's funny, it's not fair for the partner, for the my partner on stage, right? Like I might as well just be the scene not be funny. I would take that than disrupt the relation on stage, because that is going to be important. That's improv, right? In improv, you are going to be making mistakes. You're going to be not funny and stuff. So I think that is very important. The relation between you and your teammates, they call players in improv. You're called players on the stage. So you and your player,
Ballers.
yeah, not ballers, players. That's it. You and your players need to be having an understanding of each other and know what's comfortable, what's uncomfortable, especially with physical comedy and stuff like.
Yeah.
So stuff like that is very important. Other than that, just adapting to situations, man. Just it doesn't have to be. You don't need to be good with one-liners. You don't have to be. Uh, you don't have to be funny with punchlines and stuff. You can be funny with situations. You can be funny with the ideas that you bring in. I can be like, or I can say, did you do? I can feel like, hey, do you want to drink water from this bottle? I can say, hey dude, you know what? There's some pink color liquid in this, dude. Can you taste it? It tastes little bit. It tastes little bit like Gatorade. You're doing weird stuff. You're exaggerating stuff. You're doing stupid shit, and like then figuring out what to do. And when I say, oh, it's like pink Gatorade, and he can be like, hey, no, hey, you're drinking Gelusil from 1 liter bottle, like that. So it's like that. You exaggeration is very important. You don't have to be funny, one line
Yeah.
funny. You be stand up funny. It's a different type of funny that needs to come out.
Yeah. Plus, and you guys calling yourself player, it makes absolute sense because players belong to a team. And when you all are performing as a stand-up trio or a as an
Improv trio.
improv team, you guys work as a team. And the other thing is, every stand-up comedian wants, or like every comedian wants to be the funniest person, right? Like they want a crack joke, like they want their statement to get more laugh. But with improv, it's more like a table tennis game. It's like you have to build up for that joke, and that, like, the landing punchline or the landing joke anyone in your team could say. So even though the person who lands the joke gets the limelight, the person who built up the joke is like equally or more important, if you ask me, to
Yeah.
take it there. So you need to have like less ego. Like you should be more of a team player in that aspect. Like, what do you think about that?
Table tennis, it more than single table tennis. It's like double table tennis, because in double table tennis, right? You have to take it, and the next person has to take the next ball. That's how it is. So it's like that. Who in that team, in that doubles team, even if he hits the ball and he smashes the ball and he wins, both of them get the point. It's like that. That's a good analogy. I have never thought about it in that way. When you said table tennis, I felt, oh yeah, it's like doubles table tennis where
Or
you take,
volleyball.
huh?
Or volleyball, where like one person lifts the ball and the other person like
Smashes
smashes.
it, right? Yeah. So it's like that. It's like you give it, give it, give it. Whoever hits it, hits it. You don't know, like I can pick it. Usually, it's like the front guy who smashes it, right? Like in volleyball. And enough, he jumps higher and he smashes it. Can smash it. It's like that. Anyone can take. At the end of the day, the team wins.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Oh, Dhoni hit 100. India won.